Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
Detroit.
Yo, what's going on, peeps? How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome back to Above the Rim, and welcome back to another Detroit Pistons victory. It feels like we don't get too many of these, so we got to celebrate while we can. But before we hop right into it, man, let's go ahead and introduce the panel. First up, man, we got Bravo in the building, man. How you doing tonight, Bravo?
I'm doing good. Good. Piston win. Very good day, and we haven't had a win for a while, so let's talk about it.
Yes, sir. Next up, we got the Heart of the City 313. J-Mo, what's going on, my man?
What's good? What's good, everybody? I predicted this W, so I'm not surprised that it happened.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should be surprised by this. Miami was missing half their freaking team, for crying out loud. So if the Pistons would have lost, this would have been a different night. But this was a must-win game. You just couldn't come out tonight and lose. But shout out to everyone in the chat, man. Make sure you guys do come in and like the video. So first things first, because a lot of our players played pretty good tonight. Pretty much everyone played good tonight. But let's talk about the Wayne Casey off the rip. First, Isaiah Stewart played 19 minutes tonight. Really didn't get to see Okafor out there at all. Sekou Demboya plays 16 minutes tonight. So he played the young fellas tonight, and they played a lot. There was, like, every time I looked up, like, Stewart was out there. Bravo, man. What's your thoughts about the Wayne Casey only playing 10 guys for the most part?
Yeah, I think he listened. He listened to the a lot of people commenting, and I feel like it's kind of reached to him. He's under pressure not playing Sekou in the last game, and I think maybe he just decided to change his mind because even the reporters did talk to him, like James Edward. He did talk to him. Why are you not playing Sekou? Like other people were asking him. So it's a good thing he played him. I'm really happy Sekou found some minutes. He didn't shoot it from three well, but hey, I'm really like he was a very efficient player. He didn't even get like shots. He's like 5 or 6 shots in the whole game, and I like how he gave him a good chance today. 16, 15, 16. That's all we wanted. I think the only way you can look at it is just swapping Wayne Ellington was V off and on. Maybe one game is V, one game is Wayne. Wayne has actually played really good. But to go back to make it short, I'm really happy with the minutes he gave for the rookie today.
Absolutely. Jalen, man, how about yourself, man? What did you think about the Wayne Casey's lineups out there tonight?
Well, Svi only played 2 minutes. So it wasn't like we really needed him out there because Wayne Ellington was doing his job out there. But okay, so it's kind of funny. When I had Dev 99 on my channel, I was telling him about the minutes, and I was noticing the last few games, like Blake would go to the bench, and then he'll bring in the rest of the bench people, and that'll be cool. But then after that, like Jeremy Grant will like go to the bench, and then he'll bring Blake back out there, and I'm like, why the hell are you doing that? You're not supposed. That's not how you're supposed to have your rotation set. And now you saw at least this game. This is one game. We judging it by this game when Blake went to the bench, just in that rotation I was talking about. He could have been out there more, but he at least should be able to fit into that rotation. It was cool. It's a work in progress. Sekou was 3 of 6 from the field, 17 minutes. He did miss a couple threes, but he made some layups. But that one spin move, good Lord. Oh. He cooked that dude so bad, and I'm like, well, he doing stuff like that, and then people in the chat will tell me he ain't ready to play. He must not be good enough. I'm like, y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. But it was a good effort from Casey today, I guess.
I think that this just shows you playing young guys leads to positive things. Stewart came in there, got his first career double-double today. There was that one play he had like 4 tips and like 2 actual boards. Like he's just a presence down low that we need him, and he's earned his playing time. 20 minutes a night should probably be the new norm for him. Sekou Demboya did a good job today. There was a couple of times where he was running the floor, and they just found Josh Jackson in the corner for a 3. So The more and more he plays out there, the more and more he runs the floor, the more and more people will try to find him for easy dunks. But pretty much everyone played well, even Blake Griffin. Blake played a little bit of defense tonight. Never thought I would say that. But Jeremy Grant, another 20-point game. He's already got more 20-point games this year than he has his entire NBA career. And then Derrick Rose went off for 23, and Blake Griffin had 15 points, 7 boards, 8 assists. So, I mean, the 3 best players on our team were the 3 best players tonight. And I don't expect anything less than playing a depleted Miami Heat team. Again, no Hero, no Butler, a whole lot of listed guys were out. So, I mean, it's nice that we won, but don't really get too excited because I guarantee you if Jimmy Butler's there, it's a completely different game. So
wait, Isaiah Stewart fouled out?
No. He was no.
It says it here. I'm looking at it. It says he has 6 personal fouls.
Maybe. I don't know.
But he had a double-double in 19 minutes. Man, he was a monster tonight. He had 7 offensive rebounds. 7 offensive rebounds. Like, he was an absolute monster. Like, the Heat announcers was, like, drooling over Isaiah Stewart, low-key.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know that Sekou was in his second year. That just show you the disrespect Casey been putting on his head. And they pronounced his name wrong. But Isaiah Stewart was a monster, man. He's going to be a really good player in the long run. And Jeremy Grant and Blake Griffin, they did their job. But the bench came in and handled their business, man. I need to see more Sekou consistently into the bench, and I need to see eventually less Wayne Ellington and more Svi. Wayne Ellington got 26 minutes, 3 or 5, 9 points. But, those minutes need to be going to Svi,
Yeah. Yeah.
At least half of the minutes. At the very least, it gives Svi 15 minutes,
Really the only problem I can have with what happened tonight is like the last 4 minutes we're up 20, game's pretty much over, and still we didn't play the young guys until like the final minute. Like,
yeah, exactly.
At least Servetus got on the court, but it's a minute. It's a minute and 40 seconds. So it would have been nice to see those guys play the last 5 minutes of the game just to get like a little bit of a bigger sample on them. But I'm just happy with the win. Our defense played phenomenal today. We were pretty close to forcing 20 turnovers, which is a lot because usually Miami is a pretty good ratio to not turn the ball over. So plus we had over 30-plus assists. Last time I checked, it was like 33, 34. So we played just great team basketball today. Like everyone was trying to set everybody up, and we just played as one, which it all comes with chemistry. So hopefully the Pistons can keep playing like this because they'll win a little bit more games. So if you're in the tanking bandwagon, that's not always a good thing, but what it is what it
Come
is.
on, this win ain't gonna hurt because we play Miami again. So just like with Boston, they probably try to beat us the next game. But if they don't have Butler and Hero, they're gonna have a hard time beating us.
Mm-hmm.
Like my cousin, man, shout out to him, and I know he watches this consistently. And he called to ask me about the Pistons game before he did his parlays. And I told him, I'm like, I'm so confident the Pistons gonna win tonight. And I told him, man. Like, oh my goodness, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. So I just feel like the Pistons, they did what they're supposed to do. They did what they're supposed to do. You know? But it was good to see. I'm shocked Sekou was out there, to be honest. And Sadiq Bey only got 11 minutes. So you gotta figure out the rotations, but play the vets less, and it's more opportunity, man.
Yep, and I think he did a good job of getting this. I just wish Sadiq would have got a little bit more time. I feel like he really wasn't out there for that long, but he missed a couple of shots. But like you said, Wayne Ellington, he's got too many minutes. Like I don't have a problem with him playing because him and Blake fit really well together. But like you said, not playing Mahiluk. Like Mahiluk came into the game and hit a 3 right away. Like you gotta give him an opportunity and consistent minutes too, because he's one of those guys. He gets into his zone, man. He won't miss. So
yeah, Wayne Ellington shouldn't be getting any minutes if it was up to me. I would be giving all those minutes to Speed, like all 26 of them. I'll probably be starting Speed, to be honest. I would be starting Speed and bringing Ellington off the bench, man.
Right.
Most likely.
Right. Man, it was definitely fun though. We got to see a Sekou dunk and transition. Our threes were falling tonight. Is there anything that the Pistons can really look at in this game to build off from? Because it doesn't feel like a full-hearted win. Like it feels like we just got one because the team was hurt. But bro, you think there's anything we could take away from this game that we can continue to do and get better at?
For real? Like
Bravo,
seriously.
nothing.
Oh, you're
Like
asking me? You're
Yeah.
asking
bro,
me or
I'm
you're
about to be
asking
like,
J-Mo?
you got nothing?
Oh, I thought you were asking JMO. I thought you were asking JMO. I didn't know. So anything you take positive from the game that you really play the young guys that the guys should be playing, and you give them more minutes, you got a chance in winning. And this is what we did in this game. We started the game okay, but our bench came back and hustled really well, especially Stewart. Stewart really played well. Sekou also played good in the first half. He defends well. He's not really defend bad at all, in my opinion. And even like guys like Josh Jackson, he picked it up today. So he was not he was off rhythm in the last game against Milwaukee because he's coming off an injury. But today he picked it up. He shot it well. So you play. Did you guys hear what the Miami Heat commentator said? He said the Pistons are the worst field goal percent shooter in the league, 30th, but we are the third best bench scoring team, or the second best.
No, first best. Best.
First, yes, best scoring bench scoring team. So that means our bench is really our strength. This is what we look at, and if you want to look at our strength, you want to play Derrick Rose with guys like Sekou and Josh Jackson because Sekou loved the fast breaks. Same thing with Josh Jackson. He loves it too. You cannot just play D Rose with Blake Griffin and Plumlee. They're both slow. That doesn't work. And I don't know how we managed to really score points against Miami against the zone. And I think Rose had a good 3-point shooting game. If he didn't really score it well from the three, we would have struggled today probably. So when you play against the zone of Miami, you gotta have to score it from the three, shoot it from the three. And D Rose did a lot today. So I think these are the lessons I would take from the game. And hey, let's hopefully try to beat them again next Monday. I think if they don't have Butler back, we got a chance because they don't look like they're sharp, and they didn't really came with effort as we did. We came with a great effort, and I mean I'm gonna give the ball of the game to Isaiah Stewart. He's really the best player in the game for me. I know Grant scored 2021, but I think and he really played really well too. Like he got 4 monster blocks this game. So that's all I can say about the game. These are the positives for me.
J-Mo, man, what do you think the Pistons can look at in this game and be like, we can continue that and get better off from?
Play Sekou and you'll win more games. I have to be all about that. But play your young guys and you'll win more games. Also, our 3-point shot. We got to be able to make threes if we want to win games. That's probably why I don't know what our 3-pointer has been in the games that we've lost, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't been good. And this was Derrick Rose's best game of the season, no doubt. 21 points, 23 points in 21 minutes. I mean, 4 steals, 4 assists. I mean, he was playing well. And Bravo was talking about how he wants to see Derrick Rose with Sekou. I really don't, but I don't have a choice. And I say I don't because I've seen Derrick Rose look off Sekou to score or to attempt to score like millions of times, including this game. Sekou was open a couple times and just didn't get the ball, and Derrick Rose just pull it. Or he's just sitting in the corner waiting for the ball. So I hope they get a little bit more chemistry together so they'll be able to play well together. But I'm not overreacting to this win. It was a good, solid win for us, something that I expected. But I will say something that we've been doing all year, offensive rebounding and defense. If we continue to rebound the basketball and play good defense, we'll win more games. Jeremy Grant was really great today. I mean, those blocks, he had 6 assists too. So, no, he was really great. But if
this year.
no, man, who knows? If we continue to offensive rebound like we continue to do that and play better defense, we'll win a lot more games. We held Miami to like 19 and like 24, 25 points in like the second half. So,
Yeah, this is the defense we wanted to see, man. We've seen this defense show up in the preseason. It really hasn't translated too much to the regular season yet. But again, Miami's depleted. We were able to be more aggressive going for steals and blocks. Like you said, Jeremy Grant had 4 monster blocks today, and Isaiah Stewart's presence down low. It's just when he's not out there, like we don't have anything to protect the paint at all, So it's like a total night and day difference. So hopefully Casey watched this game and really paid close attention to it and realized that his lineups of playing the young guys actually worked, and they were a key contributor to the win today. Sekou only had a couple of points, but he helped get some of those fast breaks started. Isaiah Stewart was a big factor in us winning the game today, just with his sheer effort trying to get every rebound and contest every shot. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. So if you guys have any questions in the chat, please open them up. We're not going to stay on too late. It's already 11 o'clock at night. So
How do you guys
how many
feel about?
questions you guys got for us, man? Drop them down below. What's
How
that,
do you guys?
Bravo?
How do you guys feel about Blake?
He's Blake. Like as long as we limit his minutes, you know, as
How
long
many
as
minutes
we
did he play today?
32 to me, that's still a lot. Like, yeah, Drew.
Exactly.
Now that's because he was playing in garbage time, what Drew was talking about. Because I honestly feel like Dwayne Casey didn't feel like they could keep the lead, so he kept him with garbage time. You know what I'm saying? He kept them in. That's why I think, and I kind of agree with it a little bit because like Miami was pushing a little bit, but every time Derrick Rose would hit a three or somebody else would do something to wave off the tide a bit. But I think Blake should be around 28 minutes, 30 minutes a game. But
Yes, I do. I do believe in that question. I think.
Well, hold
I
on. Let me read it for. Let me read it for you. Shout out to you, man. I haven't seen you in the comments in a minute, but he says, "Do you guys think Dwayne Casey made changes because of the fans?" Bravo. We'll start with you, man.
It's not really technically straightforward from the fans, but the fans has an indirect effect for sure. You guys noticed that Pistons Twitter, like a lot of like those reporters, James Edward, Rod Beard, I think the guy from the Piston Lockdown podcast, and even like Aaron Johnson, everybody hammered those reporters why Sekou's not playing. And I think that helped a lot. And I think it reached to Casey in some way because the questions were asked to Casey, why didn't you play Sekou? What is wrong with Sekou? And he answered the question. Okay. No, he gave him some time. I think it kind of reached to him. I do believe it. And maybe indirectly, the fans had an effect.
J-Mo, man, what do you think about this one?
Oh man, let me tell you that this will happen. Oh no, hell yeah, I was on his ass, and everybody else was on his ass because just like Bravo said, Rod Beard and James Edwards, we're talking to these guys on Twitter constantly talking about Sekou. I know they're getting sick of it. So the more that we badger and pester them about Sekou, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go to Dwayne Casey and start asking them. And I'm telling you, Dwayne Casey thinks he's slick, but guess what, man? I'm from Detroit City, bro. I see through you. See, Dwayne Casey was like, yeah, I could just not play Sekou, and I could just do what I want. And then people like me and the fan base, we got on his ass, and we got to the reporters, and they start asking him all them questions. All of a sudden, Sekou's playing again. Like, Sekou's literally getting DMPs in 5 minutes a game. All of a sudden, the reporters start asking him a heated up level of questions, and Sekou, he's in the game all of a sudden. Wow, it's a miracle. Trust me, no. Dwayne Casey was going to, I'm telling you, I don't know what the problem is. Maybe I will find out one day. But he was going to keep doing what he kept doing to Sekou until the heat turned up. We turned the heat up on the reporters. We turned the heat up in the media. And maybe Tom Gore saw a little something. He was just like, send him a text, play Sekou. Two texts to Troy Weaver, play Sekou. And that's it. But man, we turned up the heat, and I think even Troy Weaver, like, yes, we absolutely had an effect because look at the proof. The proof is in the results. We've been complaining, and the least amount of minutes Sekou played, the more we complain. When he did that DNP, I mean, I'm pretty sure people were all over Twitter. I said a few, but when he did that DNP, people were berating Twitter till you had other people deleting Sekou, muting the word Sekou and stuff. Once he had that DNP, we went for Casey's ass, and it got to him because I'm sure the reporters are sick of hearing this. Like they're like, bro, like, well, y'all like, okay, like. And it got to Casey, and Casey finally decides to make a decision and change some things because I'm sure Casey sees, you know what? Maybe I haven't been invested in Sekou like I should have, but he should at least be able to get some minutes out there. You know, maybe he sees like, he should be able to at least get 15. Let me fix that up a bit before they get on me. But I think we definitely had a effect. Rod Love says Sekou needs some post-up opportunities. Yes, he does. Sekou needs a lot of stuff, but the team isn't centered around him yet. So baby steps. First, we got to start with him getting minutes.
Yeah.
What's good, Nomus, man? Good to see you in the chat.
What's good,
man.
No?
So one thing about Sekou, I mean,
I feel like it, no. Then we got a question from Marvin. It says, do you think it's a great idea to put Sekou on ball as a point forward with Svi and DeLon? I feel it will allow him to be him. I don't really think he's a point forward yet. He's really good like running in transition off ball. I don't really think he's a play creator or anything along those lines. That's not really his role. But if like DeLon can push in transition and find him, like that's where he's gonna do the most damage. Not finding open opportunities for his teammates, man. No, Miss Man, I appreciate the $2 super chat, man. It says Sekou. Absolutely, man. It's always good to see the Sekou fans pop out when he has a good game, man.
So let me tell you something. Do you guys know who's Sekou Doumbouya's idol in the NBA as a player? Who
KD.
is no. Who is Sekou's looking forward to be the guy in the future?
What
This is a big
Siakam?
yes. He had a picture with him, and he has a really good friendship with him. He is looking forward to be just like Siakam. When he came in the Pistons, he said, "I like what he did with Casey, what he did with Pascal Siakam." Sekou is idle right now. I remember very well. He said it multiple times. He wants to be like the Siakam player. I'm not gonna say he's not a good distributor yet because he's still raw. He's still he hasn't got the chance. What I want him to do, I want him to just be able to play as this year. Next year in the offseason, he has to learn his dribbling. He has to learn on really ball handling. This is the biggest area of improvement he needs to work on. Otherwise, he's not going to be the guy that we're looking forward if he doesn't really improve his ball handling. I think his ball handling is the biggest weakness for him. I don't care about the passing. I think he's okay passing, not too bad. He's able to pass the ball. We've seen him like dishing the ball nice once to Isaiah Stewart in game against one other. I think it was against the Bucks or against the. I can't remember which team. And Stewart dunked it with that was a nice dunk from Stewart a few games ago. So Sekou is not really. He just needs to learn a lot on the offseason. And this year he improved a lot in physical body appearance. But the main thing he needs to work on is ball handling.
Now, I think his ball handling got way better this year compared to last year. And I agree with my man. He does need a lot pushing the ball up and more in transition. He needs to get used to having the ball a little bit more, but a little bit along the lines of how we use Jeremy Grant. We're not having Jeremy Grant, play point forward, but he can do certain things. And it's just baby steps. I'm not saying do that, but give him a few plays here, a few plays there where he's allowed to dribble up the court and initiate something. It doesn't have to be often, but just give it to him a couple times a game just so we got to break him out of his shell a little bit, when he was at the top of the key, dribbled and scored with a spin move. I want to see more of that, but he has to get more comfortable out there. But I would like to see him. We had you want Sekou to average 20. Hey, Sekou's spin move is untouchable though, and it's way better than Siakam's.
He's comparing Sekou to Siakam.
Hey man, I know, but I'm saying Sekou's spin move is superior to Siakam. Did you see what he did to my man? He was like, boom. He was like top of the key, boom, crossover, spin move, and one. He didn't get the foul. But it's just more ways that you have to use them. But, I don't even think Dwayne Casey wants to give him the opportunity to do all of these things, You got to start, requiring these players to do certain things. That's how you get certain skills. I remember how Miami raised up Bam Adebayo just doing simple passing plays back in his second year before he was even good at that. It's just about giving him a few plays a game where he can dribble the ball up, initiate something, even if it's a simple pass to Mason Plumlee or Stewart, and then going to the corner. It's just you got to get used to having the ball a little bit more. But like I said, our team is not built with him as a focus. That's what Casey's been telling us the entire year. So we can only hope for these things with a different coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, if he keeps coaching like this, though, the complaining for me will be very, very minimal. I just like the fact that Stewart almost played 20 minutes tonight. That Sekou actually got a lot of playing time. I wish we would have seen a little bit more Saban Lee tonight over DeLon Wright. I don't know why he plays DeLon Wright so much. DeLon's okay, but there's just times where he's just out there running, not doing a whole lot. So I would much rather see Saban Lee out there and try to put someone on a poster again. So I see a lot of people in here asking about Josh Jackson. So if you guys haven't been following the Pistons all year, because I see a lot of you guys have been in and out all season, not watching them every game. Josh Jackson was playing really well. Went for a layup, fell, and had a center step on his ankle. He missed a couple games with a high ankle sprain. So that's the reason he's been kind of out of place and out of rhythm right now, is because he just hasn't got his legs back underneath him yet, or his timing's off. He'll bounce back. That's why he got so many minutes tonight, because he didn't have a good game. He kept shooting and kept missing. Casey's just trying to get him back into rhythm. That's why he had very, very many plays drawn up for him. So I'm not really sweating about it, man. He'll be all right in a couple more games. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. I don't want to be on all night, man. We've already been on for 25 minutes.
Somebody,
Not a whole lot to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and do
some,
final thoughts.
somebody's
Um,
asking who's your best choice as a replacement for Casey. So I'm gonna go with three. Like I have three candidates in my mind. Really, I think the Pistons should go. I mean, maybe four if you want to make. I mean, number one is probably I like Jerry Stackhouse. I mean, I really think he is a good coach, and he's coming up rising coach. I like Mike Brown, assistant coach of the Golden State Warriors. I like Kenny Atkinson, obviously, and I like Ome Udoka. Udoka is assistant coach of Popovich. And I think he's a really good defensive coach. He plays the young guys. So there's a lot of coaches. It's really hard to pick someone right there out there right now because I'm not going to say Mark Jackson because Mark Jackson seems like to be he's not in coaching anymore. He wants to just be commentating. Some people don't want to coach. Maybe in the future he would change his mind. He probably will say it. So that's how I think about the coaches.
what do you got for final thoughts, Bravo?
Hey, good win. Let's go Pistons. I'm not gonna say I want to win multiple games because we lost Hayes this year, and I want us to get like a guy like Cade Cunningham this year. I'm not gonna say tank, but I really want us to just be competitive and trying to get a really good draft pick this year, top five. That's how I feel about it because I don't know if we're able to make the playoff with this team. So I'm being honest, more realistic, competitive spirits every now and then game and playing win every now and then. We got to win and play the young guys is my goal this year. And please play more young guys. I mean, at some point we're gonna have to bench Blake. At some point, I don't know when.
Not this year.
Not this year, but at some point, we gotta have
What
to
do you
think about
mean?
it.
As long as he on the Pistons.
Yeah, maybe
It's
maybe
not
next
happening.
year. Maybe you put him off the bench next year. I don't know. I'm not sure when, but at some point it has to happen.
Well, be sure to like the
No,
video,
Bravo's
man.
right, but it's just not gonna happen. It has to happen, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
this year is not gonna happen, but maybe if he gets like, if he gets more DMP rest games and maybe stuff like that, we'll see.
We just got Sekou playing 16 minutes for one night. We're sitting Blake Griffin right now is like Dwayne Casey's like
Hey, let's go Pistons.
priority. But make sure you
It's a
guys
good
do
win
like the
for
video,
us.
man. Subscribe if you're new. Go subscribe to this next man. 313 JMO, man. What do you got for the people for final thoughts?
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys like the video. I will say that I think we can win the next game as well if Jimmy Butler and Hero are out. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we won that game, even though Miami is going to play much tougher. Wouldn't be surprised if we lost closely, just like we did against Boston the second time around. But I've been telling y'all all year, and I'm going to keep sounding like a broken record. The Pistons are a competitive team that's going to compete every night. And if you sleeping on us, you're going to get beat. Phoenix, Boston, now Heat. You sleeping on us, you're going to get beat. And if you're not sleeping on us, it's still going to be a competitive game down to the end unless you're the freaking Bucks, and then you'll win about 12. Congrats. But this is a very good win for us because kind of like an expected win for some Pistons fans. And when you expect a team as bad as ours to win, and they actually win, it makes you feel good. Do want to say I got my Killian Hayes jersey, man. I'm going to sport it later on one of the other shows. I want to know if you got jersey and Drew, bro. When I tell you I was shocked, I'm like, what is this? I opened it up, and I'm like, oh, my goodness. I got my Killian jersey, bro.
No, I bought one. I bought one for Joey for 4K special, and it's saying like May or something.
No, but that's what mine said, May or March, and it just came today. Like, so maybe I like expect yours in the mail soon, because like they tripping. Like Pistons Salt just said he just got hit. Like, so maybe they're tripping with the date, because I guarantee you mine said March 7th, just like yours. But I got mine today, and I was shocked. But good win. What's his name? Isaiah Stewart is a monster. Great freaking pickup. I know Sadiq Bey didn't play a lot, but once Dwayne Casey gets these rotations straight, Sadiq Bey and Svi and Sekou, y'all gonna have to fit in together with Josh Jackson. But I just hope that we can continue to do this and play our young guys, man. And I want Blake to continue to play well. Him and Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, I hope you healthy, because if Derrick Rose and Blake continues to play like this, they will both be traded for something. And that's all I can ask for, you know.
Yeah. Both those guys played great. Derrick Rose scored over 20. Blake Griffin flirted with a triple double tonight. Pistons got the dub and won by 20 some points. So it's a good win all the way around, man. I don't have anything to complain about for a change. Now that could change Monday when we play the Heat again, man. So it was a good day for sports. Red Wings, Pistons, playoffs. It's a good day to be a sports fan. It's just showing you that things are getting better after we literally went months without sports. So good day for everybody, man. Make sure you guys do like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Go subscribe to Pistons Talk. Go subscribe to 313 JMO and go subscribe to Devin99, man. Happy birthday to Devin99. His birthday was the other day, man.
Right, happy birthday,
Do
yo.
wish him a happy belated birthday, man. So with that, man, we are out of here. You guys have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.